Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. We had just got back from my sister's late last night. We drove in about midnight. I like to drive in the middle of the night with my kids because it seems to go a lot smoother. I have been leaving kind of early in the morning and seeing how that worked, but my toddler, has thrown up the last 2 times we've woken up at 3 a.m. to get there. So I tried driving just from like 7 p.m. to midnight last night, and there was a little bit of crying, but it wasn't too bad. I don't think it was as bad as if we would have drove during the day. So yeah, we're all a little bit sleepy today, but now that we're back and the weather is amazing, I'm actually super excited to get onto my gardening journey. So I'm excited to share that with you guys because this is going to be my first year gardening. And okay, that's a lie. I've done like broccoli and cabbage before, like one time, and I didn't end up eating anything of what I produced. I had like 1 broccoli plant and 2 cabbage plants or cauliflower plants or something, and yeah, I didn't end up eating anything. So this is going to be my first year of really gardening. My mother-in-law is going to have quite a few things, and then there's going to be a couple of things that I'm kind of doing on my own, just to kind of test the waters and see how I can, if I have a brown thumb or not. So I'm excited to get started. Okay, so my goal for this gardening season is to really try and share everything with you guys and just break it down into like everything I would want to know as a first-time gardener, because like just thinking about growing lettuce, I got a bunch of seeds from my mom, and so just like looking at the seeds, I'm like, lettuce, how do you grow lettuce? How do you how far down does it go? How much space in between each lettuce plant does there need to be, and just things like that. So I have a lot of questions about like each specific thing that I want to grow. So I want to just make like mini videos for each thing, like lettuce, squash, things like that. And then this video, I want to talk to you guys about a budget hack that I came up with because, hey buddy, are you watching your tablet? Yeah. That's great. I am going to turn it down just a little bit because I am trying to video, and then we can go from there. Okay, so my toddler is watching a little tablet time. We did get sick over at my sister, so I'm letting him have kind of a lazy day. We needed a lazy day anyways. And then my baby is napping right now, so I got that going for me. Okay, so let's talk about the budget hack, and then I'm going to show you guys the garden and kind of what my plan is to go from there. Okay, so when we were thinking about going over to my sister's, I knew I was going with my mom, and my mom, like I said, is a master gardener. And so I was like, you know what? I feel like people get these seed packets and they have like 1 million seeds in these packets. And why do you need 1 million seeds for like a cabbage? You don't need 1 million seeds for a cabbage. And so I called my mom, you know, no shame in my game. I was like, hey mom, how do you feel about sharing some seeds with me? And so that is my hack for you guys. If you know a gardener who loves to garden, then reach out to them and be like, hey, is there any way I can get some seeds off of you? And she agreed. Like, I don't need as many seeds as I have. I have an overabundance. I like to buy a lot and kind of see what comes. And then she's also like learning how to save her seeds. So I think she has an abundance of seeds, so why not share? That's my opinion. And let me kind of go through what I got and what we plan on planting. So I want like a lot of squash and zucchini and things like that. I think those are like a lot of bang for your buck because you get a lot of zucchini. You know, you have zucchini coming out of your ears by the end of the season. So Mommy, I think zucchini is a great thing to have. Yeah. So dark. Oh, let me turn that up for you, buddy. Okay, so I have a zucchini, and then I wanted something that I could just go out to the garden and pick and eat right off the plant. I think that's really fun to do with the kiddos. Like, we have like strawberries and other fruits out here that it's really fun to just come out and eat. So I wanted a vegetable. Hey, Mommy. You're welcome, buddy. So I wanted a vegetable I could do that with. So she gave me some snow peas, so I'm excited about that. And then I have a couple squash. I have delicado squash, a spaghetti squash, a red curry winter squash. And so I'm excited about those, and I'll show you guys what my plan is. And then I have 2 different cucumbers. I have a green apple cucumber and a lemon cucumber. Both of those have been really tasty, so I'm excited to plant those and see how they do. And then I have cauliflower and jalapenos. My husband really wanted me to make some cowboy candy, so I got jalapenos, and we'll see how it goes. And then I have 2 different types of cabbage, one that takes 65 days and one that takes 70 days, and then some watermelon. We aren't in like the best place for watermelon, but everybody loves watermelon, so we're gonna try to plant it and see how it goes. Last time we planted watermelon, it was just, I think we picked it way too early, that it was still white and not super tasty. So let me go over and show you guys kind of what my plan is. Okay, so let's walk over here to the garden. We actually have a couple different spaces for gardening, but this is where I'm gonna have my separate thing. So another thing, my mother-in-law has all of these different bins. And you know, these are things that you can just look out for at like a Goodwill or, you know, any other consignment type shop. And a little horse trough here. And then this was gifted to me last year, so I plan on using this year for like some lettuce and maybe some herbs. And I know that lettuces and herbs are kind of, they like the shade. And so what my idea is to get like a cattle fence or something that a squash can grow up, and maybe I'll put it over this gardening box. And then I can also, there's this wire on the back of the fence here. I'm thinking maybe if we planted like maybe a cucumber along here, maybe we could get like a little bucket and plant a cucumber along here, and then we could just have the cucumber grow up this. I think that's strong enough to hold a cucumber, and we can just let it grow around there. And maybe even putting like some fencing around here. Oh, can't see my foot. Around here along the bottom might be a good idea. And then, so for the heavier things like the squash, they're not going to do as good with just that soft little wire. So getting something like cattle fence for the cabbage, not the cabbage, the squash is probably going to be good. So let me just show you guys, because I didn't really know what cattle fence was. So this, it's bendy. Like, I'll show you guys. If I just got like a smaller piece of that, I could have a squash growing up along that. And that would be sturdy enough and strong enough to actually hold a squash. So that is, and it sounds like it's relatively cheap. Once I look into it and buy it, I will let you guys know how much it costs. But yeah, that's on gardening on a budget. I have my seeds. My mother-in-law has a bunch of seeds. She has like a lot of lettuce and things like that. I think really the only thing we're going to have to buy this year is corn seeds. So, you know, like $1 to $3 for a packet of corn. I feel pretty good about investing in that. My husband and kids love to eat corn in the summer, so I think that's going to be a way good investment. And then, yeah, you guys can see all the trees are flowering. I'm super excited to get the garden started. So thank you for hanging out with me today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.